Let's all get in the mood. It's getting everybody in the mood, guys.
This is O Connect.
The power of ONPASSIVE, all right?
Yep. This is O Connect.
O Connect.
That's hot.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, welcome, everyone. As you can see, we chose the theme background. I hope you all can see that the theme background is green. The green is just to symbolize spring. We're in the springtime. You know, as April showers usher in the promise of growth and renewal, so too we, the OTEC Pros, we thought that it was time for us to take maybe a couple of weeks step back and then, come back in this new phase, that this new time of anticipation that all of us are in. So we think that it is time for us to like start coalescing around all of us, all the affiliates around the world. I'm glad to see Mr. Redfern here. I'm glad to see Peter Rogers, Brother Madib, Engineer Mike, all the OTEC Pros, all of us. So we think that it's time for us to, start coming together, having one voice with Brother Madi and everybody leading us along the way. We are going to meet bi-weekly. So twice every month, we're going to come together. It's not informal, formal, just whatever is in your mind, anything that week that comes to mind that you want to spill out, any words of encouragement, any inspiration, anything that you're doing, what you anticipate coming up, that is just the format. We're going to probe you, all four of us, myself, Collins, Oliver, and Vincent. Based on what anybody says, we can just probe you to give more information, or if there's any hot topic, any matters arising, anything that Mr. Ash says that we want to dive on, that is the format here. We're going to call on founders all over the world, from Africa to Australia to the Middle East to England, Germany, everywhere, all around the world. We'll just come in during this hour of the day, meet. It's 12 noon here in Eastern Time in the United States, and then we'll just hang out, have fun together. So I'm glad to have our brother, Mr. Redfern. I know he's always has time crunch issues. So I'll let Mr. Redfern open the floor. Brother Red, I know you are the encyclopedia of unpassive. I think
Huh.
if we say that, I think I'm very correct. I can make a good argument that you are. So please just let it out. Tell us what it's in your mind. Tell us what you anticipate coming up the next week, and then I'll yield the floor to you. And then when you come back, I'll let my brothers take it over.
Okay, I will. I'll talk about actually in a moment about what I was talking about on my live today, because I thought it was a really interesting topic and one that we can all expand on here with your views as well. But as far as coming up is concerned, obviously we have all listened to our CEO Ash Mufareh on ONPASSIVE 360 last week. Really, really informative for me. I thought it was so nice, and for me it really was heartwarming to see him open up the way he did in his honesty about where we are at the moment. And quite frankly, if anybody has any doubt now of the intentions and the integrity of this business and the company, of what they are actually trying to achieve, then send them to that video. Send them to the webinar on Wednesday on ONPASSIVE 360. They'll be able to listen to our CEO to give us all of the updates of where we are and where we are going to be heading. Now, on Thursday of last week, we had the 10-day extension on OConnect, which we're all using now. And I think we will all agree that this platform now, it's stable, it's functionable, there's no glitches in it. And if anybody is having problems with OConnect, it's their end. It certainly is not from the company's end, for sure. You know, I'm looking at the screen now, and the quality of every single person's video on there is top class. I mean, sure, some people could do with cleaning their lenses a little bit, but that's on them. It's nothing to do with the company whatsoever. You know, so it really is now for me, I've got full confidence now going out to anybody to say, you must have a look at this video conferencing solution. It will blow your mind away with the functionality of it and what it can actually do. And I think we're all on that page now, including the company, where we have full confidence that it's not going to buffer, it's not going to glitch. We can bring people out, you can use the functions, and they all work absolutely superbly. Look at the people who are using the virtual backgrounds here. I mean, Minnows, look at it. She looks like she's on the beach. Fantastic. You know what I mean? It really is. The quality is superb. But going back to this 10-day extension, you asked me what are my views and what do I think. Now, if you listen to Ash, he said that he's very hopeful that within that 10-day period, the problems we have with the merchants of basically hijacking our funds, that is coming to an end. He gave us all of the ins and outs about it and all the rest of it. My gut feeling and best guesstimate for things going back to normal is going to be between the 25th of April and the end of April. Within that period, I would not be surprised if we have a very short extension after this 10 days, but that's kind of where I am. Listen, I could be completely wrong, it could be before, but that is my kind of gut feeling. Whenever Ash says he's hopeful within that period, you've got to give him a bit of leeway, and this is where I'm leading now for that bit of leeway. I also do believe that the intentions have always been the same for the company. And what is the intention? That people only go out of pocket twice. This is for the majority of every single person who is lucky enough to be an early bird affiliate of ONPASSIVE, who paid that one fee to become a founder. We've had that money back into our O wallets to go towards activating those accounts, which is the second time out of pocket. And many, many, many of us, in the thousands, the hundreds of thousands, have purchased OConnect up to that figure, which he said was around about 1 million people. So it stands to reason that the majority of the people who have purchased OConnect are those early bird adopters. Not all of them by any means, but majority are the early bird adopters. Now, the game plan has always been, hasn't it, that ONPASSIVE would like us only to go out of pocket twice. What is going to happen when we need to pay again for OConnect? Quite simply, it will come out of commissions. It's not going to be coming out of our own back pocket. So how does that fit into what I'm talking about now? It's also my opinion that prior to us going live again as commercial, that pool of 3 million users right now, yes, some of those are founders. So take off, in my opinion, 700 to 800,000 of that number is founding affiliates. That leaves around about 2.2 million, 2.3 million users that have come into ONPASSIVE via the onpassive.com website, have signed up as users. Some of those would have bought OConnect. Some of those are using OConnect or whatever it may be. But all of those have to go underneath an early bird founder in ONPASSIVE. It's almost also my opinion that will happen prior to us having to pay once again for OConnect. What does that mean in real terms? It means that those 800,000 who have already purchased OConnect, activated those accounts, will be in a position of receiving that pool into their organization. 1, 2, 3, who knows? But one thing's for sure is that some of those have already purchased OConnect, which means those people will instantly get that commission dropping into their wallets. We all know that that first commission that we get from OConnect, you get 100% back. That covers that person then for the next installment, etc., etc. This is really why I believe that is going to happen prior to us having to pay again, because the game plan has always been the same. The company do not want us to go out of pocket again, if they can help it. Listen, we have to work as a business. You have to work on the best scenario you possibly can. Is there going to be people who are going to slip through the net that might have to pay? It's only going to be natural. But if you can nail 90% of the people 90% of the time, then you know you are succeeding. And that is, I think, the game plan of what the company are going to do. So I think the next 2 to 3 weeks are going to be a very, very exciting time. We've also know that we've got in the background, we will be seeing Overify that we will be using for free. But again, it will be a sellable product. We know that's going to happen. We know we've got OTracker in the pipeline that's going to be coming our way as a paid product. Plus, there's going to be a succession of more and more products that are going to be coming our way. We heard our CEO on Wednesday talking about how Dr. Turuk and Dr. Susan, Professor Susan, sorry, were a little bit peeved that we've got this pause at the moment. Why? Because there is a product that we don't know the name of, but it's an educational product that's coming that is bigger, in their opinion, than OConnect. I mean, that just blows my mind. How can something be bigger than what we're using here right now? This is massive on its own. This is $1 billion business on its own that we're looking at right now. And they're talking about something that they think's bigger. And we've already got orders in the background for this new product from governmental departments, from universities, colleges. They're using this educational system within their own countries. So that is huge on its own. So I go back to saying the same thing. I think between the 25th and the end of the month is going to be the time when all of this starts kicking on. I can really feel now a momentum building. You know, I really can feel that finish line is within grasping distance now. You could tell the way our CEO was on Wednesday. He looked very relaxed, extremely confident about what is happening. Why? He knows that the past troubles are going to be behind us very, very shortly. There's nothing that they can do to stop us on that field now. You know, this is why I certainly believe that is going to happen. Now, I'm going to go and just briefly talk about what I was talking about on my live today, and that is the race of AI. Now, it's something that you OTEC Pro guys know an awful lot about. You've been involved in the industry. You've seen it growing over the years. I mean, in the early days when you guys probably got involved, it was a bit like me when many years ago, it was all about C++. That was the buzz within the tech industry, how C++ really did help DOS to be able to write coding. You could copy and paste it and all the rest of it. I mean, that was revolutionary for its time. If you remember, you didn't have to physically type it all out. You could actually copy a bit of coding and you can paste it in. Revolutionary, really, wasn't it? And that was the buzz. But ever since then, the big buzz has always been about AI and about how that has literally taken over the globe. We've been in the AI race now in our own sector for 5 years. Now, there ain't no many businesses who have been in that AI race for that 5 years. 3 years, yeah, probably the buzz has been around for 3 years about how AI is going to revolutionize everything, and everybody is in it. You have governments, you have individuals, large businesses, military, they're all racing to get their hands or at least develop AI for their own purposes. There's also a great number of these who are in a race that they actually haven't got that much of a strategy of which direction they want to go in. ONPASSIVE have got a clear-cut direction of where they're going with this and what they're going to use it for. This alone stands us head and shoulders above the rest. Why? Because we are steadfast in what we're trying to achieve. We have developed the products and services and we've integrated AI into the core of that coding so that we know that it works completely fluidly with the artificial intelligence. It all talks to each other without crashing or without making any conflict whatsoever. You need to realize, and I'm sure the OTEC Pro guys will talk to you a little bit more about this, about how integrating something into something that's already existing makes a conflict. And you only know that when you start integrating it. One code does not necessarily integrate and marry into another one like this. It's a bit like putting an organ in a body. Will that organ function in your body? Yes, it will do. But your body might reject it because it's not quite right, is it? Do you know what I mean? Is it the right one? Yeah, it's the right one. But blood groups might not be right and it'll reject it. AI and how coding works is exactly the same. You can stick it in there. Technically, it'll work. But if it's not quite right, it rejects it and it throws it all out. What many companies, and it's happening to them right now, is they want to jump on this bandwagon. They don't want to go back to the drawing board and recode their systems they have, their products they have, because they think they can shoehorn a bit of AI into it and they're off to the races. It's going to work. No, that's not how it works at all. We are lucky that we have actually designed our products and services so that it integrates what is going to be coming. And that is what's going to have us head and shoulders above the rest of it, because you can see now on this product, look at the features at the bottom. Those features all have AI involved with them. Have you noticed that that OConnect itself seems to get a little bit better the longer it's on? You know, it starts off, some of you might be a little bit fuzzy a little bit at the beginning. The more it goes on, the clearer everyone gets, the more fluid and feel about it. That's AI working in the background, little tweaks, little bits. This is what makes it so good. And this is why I believe that the race of AI, we are going to get to our destination because we are blinkered in our impact of where we're trying to go. We've got a goal. We know where we're going. We know how we are going to use it, which is almost as important as having it. We know what we're going to do with it. And that, for me, is going to make all the difference. That's it for me, Bob. Back to you.
Wow, Red. Oh, my goodness. You see why I call you the encyclopedia of ONPASSIVE? Am I right to say that, guys? I take two things. One, the one thing that I actually took is Ash Mufareh's promise to us, out of pocket twice. You know, he's going to keep that promise to us, and he's going to over-deliver as he has told us always. And then, of course, the AI integration. You know, we always say one thing about ONPASSIVE is automated, integrated, and it's secured. It's building. He's built it from scratch, all the way from the bottom up. So everything else that comes in at a later time will always integrate appropriately. I'm going to just send it over to my brother Collins. I know I don't want to probe you, but please let me just open it up for you to tell us what is in your mind for today. Just tell us what is in your mind, and then lead us wherever you want to lead us to.
Red have just blown everything under the water. So, you know, when Red was talking, I was just clapping. I was just like, this is it, this is it, this is it. You know, like when Red talk about, you know, AI and integration with all of those stuff, is something that we do because normally I work on integrated products every day. So I see it firsthand when you code something and you integrate it, everything just fall apart, because integration is one of the most difficult stuff. No, because you are plugging a different application with API. Sometimes when you want to connect it, you have about hundreds of APIs. You must make sure this is talking to this one correctly, this is talking to this one correctly. So the little mistake, it will not only break the system, but it will break everything around it, because it's just like you said, when you like a heart surgery, your body can reject it because your body doesn't know it again. So the system will look at it and say, what is it? Is it a foreign body that you've just introduced? And what happened? Everything collapsed. So looking at AI, like Red said, AI is, we call it now, is the oxygen for today. Because if you look at the tools, why ONPASSIVE is so successful is because ONPASSIVE came at the era of AI. Because all the tools, the modern and latest tools to build AI technology is there. Because like Red said, C++ was there, C#, you know, even C's, they were all there, all those coding language, but there was nothing. Though AI was there, it was just AI. Now we're talking about AI and machine learning, because they are two different things, all come together. So you're looking at AI, you give machine the information to react like modern calculators. But now how do you build machine, computer system, expose it now to go and learn like a baby? That's where machine learning comes. Thanks to the internet age, the internet is growing and growing and growing. And you can see it from when Ash talk about cloud computing. We had servers. It was there. Most of the companies, they have little servers in their office. They move into where? They move into, oh, let's have a data center. The data become too large and large. Say, no, we cannot keep this. Let us move into cloud computing. And you can look at why are we moving to cloud computing? It's because of the billions of data that are there where we cannot even comprehend. Like yesterday, I made an analogy. I said, all right, just imagine they give you billions of data on a spreadsheet. What can you do with it to analyze it? You can't. So you need computer system to analyze that data. And when they are analyzing data, what is happening is just making things beautiful. Like you talk about our OConnect. The more we are feeding it, using it, what is happening? The data scientists, they are there analyzing this data and say, all right, we can do this. It's shaking a little bit. It's fuzzy. Let's fix it. And the system now started learning the information like a baby, and then perfect themselves where it becomes more complex, you know, more than us. And then talk about the integration, because normally we're talking about the OConnect integrated in the OES. More products will be integrated, and that is where the manipulation comes in. How do we integrate the new products in that will not break OConnect as we speak? Because OConnect is already there. To integrate it, you must to really think of what to do. Because imagine if you put in a live environment, everything shut down. It happened to me last week. We push it. What happened? Live system shut down. Customer cannot go and they have to reverse it again. So it's something that is really like, I'm glad that Red brought this up, because integration is a key, especially when you're dealing with a lot of component, lot of product in one system. It is just crazy. Sometimes you are sweating to even say go live. You sweat. You put in something and you say, you know what? God, I just pray to God that it works, because you don't know where the error can come. There are times that there was an error that exists, which I will not call, 10 years ago before I even joined the company. Integration exposed the product, exposed the bug. And what happened? Everything that was 100, 200, 300 US dollars, the system, because it's an AI system, is sold it for $1. So the customers were getting everything for $1. We notice it and we have to shut down the system. So I just want to say that I'll leave it there. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, my brother Collins. I knew you were going to relate that properly to all of us. So we you know, every system. I'm just going to probe this one now to my brother Vincent. Every system, each time that you go to a computer system, everything that you do, every keystroke that you strike as you are on your computer, online, or anything that you're doing, it's captured in a database. And that database usually is kept somewhere. It's kept in the data center. You know, one of the things that most people are concerned about is how their data is being managed and how it is kept and stuff like that. So I want our brother Vincent to just explain to us briefly about how this data is being collected, where it is kept initially, and then where it is being stored at the data center from that perspective.
Okay. Well, thank you, my brother Bob, and thanks to also Red and Collins for good presentation. So thank you for this question. But for data is we collect data daily, and even what we are doing now is data, because we are collecting information. So this is all the information that we collected, and then the information need to be somewhere. So first of all, the information is collected in one system, computer system, and then that computer system uses also the database to store the information. So that's why they call it the database. So it's multiple data coming together, and then they put it to one computer system or database or relational management system called a database. And then when we put that database, is also hosted in the server. So it could be a machine where we put Windows servers, and then after Windows servers, we put the SQL Server system, and then all the data we put on, and then we need someone like a DBA to come in and manage the system, because it's something that human cannot manage. So we put it there for the system, computer system, to help you to manage the system. So that will come a database. And then the database is also in a server. And then the server also is also in a data center, because before, a lot of companies, we used to have them on premise. So on premise is like Collins was saying, that every company have a small computer system on site. So that they use it to call it on premise. So when you go to every single company, they have a small server room somewhere where they put all the information, or maybe all the critical information, maybe confidential information there. So all is saved in the server room. But now a lot of companies are with the cloud. Most companies store the system in the cloud. It's starting from VMware. They put all the computer system in the VMware system, and then VMware, after cloud, they say, okay, VMware is not that bad, we'll take it to the cloud. So cloud, most of the time, they say, okay, we'll go to the data center. So being the data center, all the information is stored in the data center. We have servers, we have all the networking infrastructure stuff, everything is in the data center. So it's a big house where we have all the IT computer system, even all big, everything, cable, everything is stored there. And then that's where we use it to connect to the world. So in terms of the database is the critical side of the company, every single company business application, because all the critical information, confidential information, they are all stored in the database. So that's why the company use. And then most companies, they keep it very secret and they're very safe, because if maybe we have a competitor, we're doing the same business of activity, another company, if they know what I'm doing, they can use my information against me, or they can use my information to go to another. So that's why the database, they don't use it anyhow. They will not allow anyone to get it. But when the cloud came, most companies, they were afraid of sending the data, the critical information to the cloud, because being the cloud, we can lead to bad guys to take the information to store the data. So a lot of companies were sitting down back and say, no, for security reason, I don't want to send my data to the cloud. But today, with the security of the cloud, and then with the help of artificial intelligence, like ONPASSIVE, we have one of the best data center, and then that data center is also embedded with artificial intelligence system. And then with that artificial intelligence system, we are sure that the security of artificial intelligence system will help in ONPASSIVE to secure the customers, even on passive data safe. So no one can go into the system and stealing the data, because some company sitting outside there, they are looking for people data and they sell it to outside world to make money, because selling data is a money. Data is a money. So that's why on passive, with all the artificial intelligence system we have, the security system we have, the data is safe, and then no one can break into the system and steal the data. So we have the best data center, the best also database system, because our database system, we have the best performance, because database also we're looking for the performances. We have the best performance, high availability, we have a high security, high reliability. We have also scalability and flexibility. So the system there we have in ONPASSIVE, you can scale up or scale down. That means you can use it according to your need. If I know I'm a small company, I need maybe 20 database system, we'll go for that. If a big company, we can use 100, you can go for it. So ONPASSIVE is there for everyone, even for individual. If I have my small business, I need only one single database, ONPASSIVE is there to help and then to resolve the problem. So this is the advantage, and then the use of ONPASSIVE, because ONPASSIVE is there to help everyone, from the individual to large corporate, medium, small, they have a solution. So this will also help most companies to have a cost effective, because it's going to help them to have also profitability for companies around the world. So with also our artificial intelligence embedded system, we can also help a company with the data link today, because about a lot of companies talk about data today. So if your data is not secure, most companies will run away from you, because they say this company, they are using people data. So that's the main thing that it should be doing. And then ONPASSIVE handle every single data they have in the system. So everything is handled safe and secure in the passive data center. So it's one of the best and secure data center in the world. So I'll leave it there, Bob.
Yeah, thank you. That was beautiful. You know, like Mr. Redfern said when he spoke in his opening, we might by the 25th of this month, things might really start unraveling at a pace that is really unprecedented, you know. And we are in the era of digital transformation, you know, and ONPASSIVE is going to assist millions of companies around the world in this era of digital transformation. And when we talk about digital transformation, the first thing that comes to mind is digital trust. You know, the people who come into these systems and voluntarily relinquish their information, they have to have trust in that system. So I want my brother Oliver, who is our security expert, he's my boss actually. If I was working with Oliver in the same company, he would be my boss. I want him to assist. Just give us some pointers in what we know based on what we have been listening to Ash Mufareh speak throughout the past few years. Some of the specific steps that we know that he has told us privately and overtly, so that because from next week, people are going to be really want to know how secure is this environment, because ONPASSIVE is being heard for the first time. I know Vincent has given us a few pointers, but I want Oliver to take it systematically and just give us some assurance, and for those of us who are out there listening, to have faith that ONPASSIVE believes in digital trust.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother Bob. And I want to thank Redfern. That was kudos on you and Mr. QE. And then, like Bob said, you are an unpassive encyclopedia. That is true, Mr. Redfern. You know, I also want to thank Collins, Vincent. Man, you guys have poured a lot, you know. So we are here now that we've changed the format of OTEC Pro. There's going to be a roundtable format. You know, Bob just said something about trust. In security, you trust, but you verify. We don't trust anybody, no matter if it's your mom or your dad or whoever, except God in the heaven. So you trust, but you verify. When you look at unpassive security from all levels, from compliance to the networking to the database and everything, we have advanced technology. Starting from the firewalls, coming down the static and the dynamics firewall. I don't want to use those terms. It's AI. It's all AI. And when you look into AI, AI comes with its own security. When you go, let me follow Vincent. When you talk about our database, all the technology that goes in from the servers to the cables, the other provider, they use copper cables. Unpassive, we use fiber optic cables. Not only fiber optic cables, the CO assure us that we have laser on top of it. The speed and the security also. Then when you want to look, when you look also into our routers and the switches, when the CO told us one time that Palo Alto is one of the third party that they use to build our data center, I was like, my temperature went down because Palo Alto is one of the biggest. They took business from another provider, let me call it Cisco. They build just their routers and their switches wireless. They don't break walls again. Wireless, and it comes with a very powerful security. But let me come back into our own security. When you look into our IP addresses, it's hybrid from the IP4 and the IP6.
B6.
When you look at the other providers, that is why they have a lot of farms. When I say a lot of data centers all over the world. When you look at the other providers, they have about 500 to almost somewhere, only getting to 1,000. But guess what? Unpassive at this point now we have 2. The biggest one can consume everything on this planet Earth, all the data on this planet Earth. Our second data center. The first data center, the CEO told us that has a capacity of 1 billion with multi-regions, and only that multi-regions can also, and this hybrid can also consume a lot. Then the one that they're building now that maybe is done, we don't know, can consume the data in the whole world. And say again, the database, the CEO told us also that our database is AI secured. So you see that you cannot even penetrate our internal circle of unpassive. So in everything that you want to talk about security, unpassive is leading. We are about 5 years above any other company that you want to think about. These are information that the CEO has been providing to us for the past years that we know. That this is the one that we know, the one that we don't know. So but based on all this information, we know that we have the best, and we have the biggest data center. You know, so come again, our AI. When you talk about artificial intelligence, when you talk about generative AI, that is part of the tiny part of the AI that unpassive that is being integrated in all our in all our applications and other stuff. Let's go into the other sectors. Manufacturing, unpassive is there. We heard how Dr. Tarak, that was last year, sometime last year, he came and talked to us about how they want to go into manufacturing. If you want to go into finances, they sign a partnership with one bank in Egypt.
Continental International Bank.
Yeah.
Egypt, yeah.
Thank you, Bob. If you want to go into healthcare, they sign partnership also with the biggest pediatric hospital in Egypt. We don't know what the POC is, what is the format, but we know we are in manufacturing, we know we are in finance, we know we are in healthcare, and we know we are in media, because in media you have the Avada. So in all sectors, unpassive is there. It's like this other guy, Mark Cuba, what that the CEO told us last time, that Mark Cuba, the guy in Dallas, that whoever is exploit artificial intelligence will be the first trillionaire. And guys, when the CEO said that, ONPASSIVE is the #1. That's for me, and with OTEC Pros we'll discuss this, because we are in all the sectors. We are in all the sectors. Let me jump out of IT and let me jump out of IT and get into our normal norms of ONPASSIVE. The CEO mentioned to us, if you are in 100%, you win. No CEO on this planet Earth will guarantee you that. No CEO will guarantee you that when you are in ONPASSIVE 100%, you win. No matter how you get in, no matter what application or what you are in for, you will win. So long as you are in ONPASSIVE 100%. You have everything for you is free. I will say free because the $97 will pay for me is nothing. And for what you are going to gain, for what you're going to make. Marketing, free. Branding, free. What else do you really want? ONPASSIVE is that company that the CEO told us that it's not about the money. It's about how you impact people's life. It's how you're going to impact people's life. This is ONPASSIVE we are talking about. The money is a done deal. We don't talk about money because it's a done deal. But how are you going to impact people's life? This company was built out of heart. This company was built out of humanity. And I think all of us here and all the founders, I think 90% of the founders, they do have one thing that they want to do after filling their tanks. I know some of them will even start carrying on their humanitarian work before even filling their tanks or alongside. Hey guys, we are lucky. We, the affiliate, the early bird, we are lucky. And if you are here still talking negatively about ONPASSIVE, it's on you. But please don't focus on the negativity. Look, everything in ONPASSIVE is positive. People talk about the longevity. Look, guys, we are in the IT field. If you ask me, when I came in, when my brother Bob Takusi brought me in, getting to 4 years now, I knew that we are going to be 8 to 10 years. But guess what? We are less than 6.5 years. We are less than 6.5 years. To build to have a third party or a payment processor, there's another company out there. It took them 3 years to get their own payment processor before they went live. And the CEOs from September, they've been working and working. Now we do have something that we can use to pay in and pay out. We talk again about artificial intelligence. The CEO, let me repeat it again. The CEO talk about our wallet. AI is robust. It's robust. And look, all these things, they are all secured. They're all built. They're all inbuilt comes with artificial intelligence with their own security. Then we have our own security again. Guys, if anything that happens when you want to log into ONPASSIVE system, it's not ONPASSIVE, it's on your gadget. Let me say it again. If you want to log into ONPASSIVE system, anything that happens is on your side, it's not on ONPASSIVE. Because we got information from Africa and around the world. People who had maybe 1G or 2G, their gadget pumped them up. You know, people were buying how many gigabyte to use their data, 6, 5, but now they use about 2. So this tells you that ONPASSIVE is out to change our life, is out to upgrade our life by the CEO who said so, that we should upgrade your dreams, reverse and upgrade your dreams. But we owe him one thing. We should serve humanity. We should impact people's life. That is the only thing that will make our CEO happy. My brother Bob, thank you.
Thank you very much, Oliver. Thank you. That was well said. Like we say in our parlance here at the OTEC Pros, ONPASSIVE is superior. The products are superior, they're sophisticated, and they're secure. Thank you for just putting all of that in a nutshell for us. Engineer Mike, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining us in this roundtable. So we're going to hear from all perspectives from all over the world. I thank you for your efforts that you've helped a lot of founders around the world as well. It's well noted. I would like for you to give us your perspective. Anything that's in your mind that you want to push out to us. It could be something that you intend to do when ONPASSIVE starts, or what Mr. Ash, you heard from Mr. Ash this week. Anything that you feel can inspire the founders. Please take a few moments and let us know your thoughts.
Wow. Thank you, big bro, Uncle Bob. I'll always call you that, and Uncle Oliver. I started my journey and career with ONPASSIVE with you guys. I will always appreciate you, Mama Sien, you, and Uncle Bob, Uncle Oliver. We were together in All Winners. I want to appreciate you people. That is where I got my feet in ONPASSIVE, because I went to so many other platforms. It didn't work out well, but I came to you people. You opened your doors for me. Hello, Sister Comfort. How are you? Nice to meet you again. So I will start it. Thank you very much, my big brothers. Redfern, Uncle Oliver, Brother Collins, and Brother Vincent. You people have really opened the eye. I'm so emotional when I get here. I always it's very emotional to me. I just want to say thank you, Uncle Bob. So I want to start it in a different way. Basically, if you look at what we have in front of us, you people have educated me in a way that I used to be very confident in what I say, and I just want to appreciate you people for that. Now, if you look at Uncle Bob, you said something that struck me so wild, and that was, you talked about digital transformation. I happened to get one of my friends on, he's actually my friends on LinkedIn. He is called David Sota. And he said, you lose when you do business the old way. He's a CEO of Envano. Envano is a digital marketing firm. If this person, who is very talented and very exposed, and he has been in the digital world for so many years, right? He says you lose when you do business the old way. It means that if you do your business more in a very different manner, which brings me now to give my own definition of ONPASSIVE. What is it? I will say ONPASSIVE is an ethical. The first word is ethical. The second word is clean. The third word is pure, viable, valuable, reliable business with a unique culture and value. Those are the words. Again, ethical, clean, pure, viable, valuable, reliable, with a unique culture and value. That's a business that we have in front of us. You say that? Now, if you look at the what is called our business, ONPASSIVE business model, it's very sustainable. You can hardly see it nowadays, businesses that can bring all of these together for one person or in one place for everybody to have a piece of it. Now, I will try to break it down or to summarize our business model with 5 words. The first one is our tools. All of us know what we got in front of us, the tools. Uncle Oliver will tell you these tools. He just tells you, he summarizes it and says, we are in a good place. We are good. You understand? Because our products, what do we have? 50 plus products, which our team is still building. Is still building on them. 50 plus tools. I'll talk about targeted traffic. There is no person who will guarantee you in today's business world targeted traffic. But our CEO, Uncle Bob, will tell you that his time has not reached. Yeah? His time is still coming for him to start his work, which is targeted traffic, to provide us with targeted traffic. No other business will guarantee you that. Cost, very pocket friendly as compared to every other applications that we already have on there that is being used in the world because of our products, bringing us to the value, right? Valuable, but in a very low cost, easy for everybody to integrate, right? Now we talk about automation. There is no system. Our brother Collins just told us here, integration is that word. It is very difficult. He works with these systems every day. You see, automation. Our brother Okoliva just told you, when you go and type in this information, oh, I want to log into my system, you put it, oh, boom, it's not logging, oh, this system. No, it's not ONPASSIVE system, it's you. Because our CEO has automated everything to make it very simple to every person. You didn't even go to school, you'll be able to use our systems. Can you imagine? Who can do that? Now, the last word I want to talk about is revenue. Revenue integrated into this system. So everybody who comes, we ONPASSIVians, early birds, we are the first customers, right? So we customers, be it the other customers that are going to come into the business, will be getting some kind of revenue while using our products. So what are the words again? Tools, targeted traffic, cost, automation, and revenue. All of this makes this business a sustainable business. The business is not for today. It is for the future, because our CEO told us, hey, you know what? Our brother Redfern said it again. Most companies are doing what is called reverse engineering. Uncle Bob has explained this so many times in work. All our series, the Tech Pros guys, they have break it down. Reverse engineering. These things were not there from the beginning, but we are a brick and mortar company. How are we doing it? From scratch. We have our own blueprints that we're following. Now, Uncle Bob, to come to what you said again about digital transformation, we are being very, very happy with what we see, our CEO, and what we hear him speak and what he's doing. He is bringing this kind of a business, being prepared, because if you are not prepared for the days ahead, you will crumble. But what does he got for us? Because in this digital world now, there is a lot of competition. Are we ready for the digital transformation? Are we ready for the future? Yes, ONPASSIVE is. What do we have? We have data scientists. The data scientists, what do they do? We know what they do. We have like inventors. What do they do? We know what they do. We have our innovative labs. What is that used for? To test all this, what inventors, they invent and they bring it and they fix the product. We have that. Then our brother Collins and our big brother Oliver, they said it. We have our own data center that everything is being kept there and secured. Our big brother Vincent also expatiated on that. Now, are we ready? We have an ONPASSIVE school as well.
Are we ready is a question into the mic. Are we ready?
Yes.
You are frozen here at my end. I don't know.
Oh, you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but I don't see you. You're actually frozen.
Okay,
yes.
I'll refresh a little bit. So are we ready is the question. And we have the ONPASSIVE school. In that school, we have everything will be written. If Big Bro Bob is not there tomorrow, another person, Mr. X, will come and read all those from start to end, and he will be able. And we have the revolutionary marketing campaigns that we don't need to go talk to people. Are we ready? Yes, we are ready. So this is what I have to share with you, my brothers, today.
Thank you.
Very happy. Thank you for the invite.
Absolutely.
Humbled to be here.
Thank you, Engineer Mike. Thank you. My pleasure. My pleasure. Yes. Oh, okay. Yes, I was looking for her. The dynamic, vibrant. How can I describe her? The woman with a heart of gold. With a love for humanity. I'm sure when Ash Mufareh was creating ONPASSIVE, he was thinking of founders like her. So she's helped us throughout the years, and it gives me pleasure to call her to give us her perspective of where she sees things, how she sees it, and what she's going to do. Sister Comfort, unmic yourself.
Oh my God. I've never felt this special before in my life. Thank you, bro. That was deceptive, though. People who don't know me would think that I have anything to offer, but what a blessing.
It's a round table.
Yeah, you guys are just crazy, you know, because I was just like, I'm happy Marty's here, like discovering the new Bob. Sometimes we just need to let everybody do everything so that we know how much is hiding in people. Thank you, so guys. Great information, great organization, and everything is running so sweet and smooth. I couldn't stop nodding. I'm writing all over the place. You guys are in trouble, you know me. So, guys, the future is bright. I can't stop technology, you know it. But then what I see is a bright future, is a big future. What I see is success. What I see is a change of life, a change of postcode and post-zip code and all of those things. What I see is, listen, happiness, making somebody feel loved for the first time in their lives. That person who doesn't know you, you just do it, change their life totally and disappear. They never see you again, but they smile the rest of their lives. That is what Ash is doing. I'm just happy. When I popped in, Red was saying something. I was like, listening. Red is so smart. I'm just so happy the people I've met in this journey, and whoever is not working this journey, you are missing it all. You lose it all. I was just like, what is Red doing? You know, the explanation of the integration of something and stuff, the exact example that comes to my mind, he quotes it. I was like, he is crazy, you know, because he makes it so clear and you see it. You see how you introduce a foreign kidney into somebody's system and they reject it. That is what the AI, the people who are patching up with AI is happening now. But we have the original product. Like you are the original human being created by God. We have the original products created from scratch by this company for us. I don't need to understand anything. I don't need to do anything. I don't need to know what this product is meant for. I only need to know how to buy it, put in my shop, how to connect my bank account to my back office and all of those things, and the rest of it. What are you doing? You know the time is now, because that thing that has been bothering you the whole of your life, that particular thing you ever wanted to do, that thing that your heart has been telling you to do, you have the time now. The freedom is there. You can fly. You know, every day I'm practicing. I dream. Sometimes I sleep in the night and dream about places I need to go to and just do that sweet thing. Places I need to visit to even feel good. I think some of you know me with guilty conscience. Before now, I would say there are things I cannot spend money on because some people are suffering. But guilty conscience is gone because I can spend as much as I want on myself. And I'm still able to reach out to as many people as I can afford the time to get to them. What else? Listen, this is a change of life. Things will never be the same again. And if you are not seeing it because Ash is saying next week and it doesn't come, think about the 10 days. Sometimes instead of asking about the extension, I'm saying this extension means extension of stress. He's thinking about a lot. He's worried about you and myself because he's like, I just want it out there and watch people rejoice and jump and be happy about what they've been waiting for. He's going through thicks and thins with his team. Sometimes we're sleeping, we're going to the park with our children. Their own children are waiting at that point where they need to take them to the park. They're attending meetings for you and myself to have a totally new life, a life you've never thought you could ever have. So what are you doing? Michael asked whether you are ready. And if you cannot answer this question right, there is definitely an issue. Then you are at the wrong place. As good as beauty, as wide as Ash is spreading his arms open to embrace everybody, ONPASSIVE is just for that person who is ready at this moment. Being ready doesn't mean that I'm sure there will be money next week. Being ready doesn't mean that I hope they don't extend again. Being ready means having the joy of being here and listening to this thing, learning and getting to know what is rightly yours. This is our new life. You will never go back to post ONPASSIVE or to pre-ONPASSIVE life. Learn your new life, master it. Somebody stops you on the way, say, why are you wearing this shirt? Why did I not show you guys? What is this shirt about? You cannot give what you don't have. So what's that thing? I'll tell you exactly what it is with pride and arrogance. Excuse me if arrogance is a bad thing, because that's what it is. Guys, let's have fun. Let's enjoy. Let's just, be happy. Look at how much delivery is going on here. Where do we go from here? Guys, Mike, I'm ready, bro. Thank you for seeing you today. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I told you guys. Thank you, Sister Comfort. My sister Marcian, you are coming next, but before you do, I see my big brother Madis, his camera is on, so I will catch him now. I know it's a Saturday and the children are running behind him. I see them from time to time. Brother Madi, thank you for coming, for joining us on this initial roundtable. Engineer Mike said...
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Engineer Mike said he talked about targeted traffic. And we know that our founder, Mr. Ash Mufareh, he has told us that our targeted traffic is AI exclusive targeted traffic directly from the source. I'm quoting him directly. Should founders be worried? Because a couple of weeks ago, some founders were a little worried. They were worried, like, what do I need to do? Why I have to go here and find customers here and there? I think this is a good question that you can address to the overall affiliate population, for them to rest assured that when Ash Mufareh says this is an automated system all done for you, he means it when he tells us that it is an AI exclusive targeted traffic. In fact, we think that it is about 80% conversion rate, but my brother Collins, who is here, will tell us that number is even higher. So I want you to just give us your perspective. What do you think about that, Brother Madi?
I think I don't want to cut in front of Marcian, but I don't want to follow her either. So, it's a dilemma that I'm in. What I heard today is amazing. What I want to tell everybody, you should be worried. You should worry a lot, because you're going to start living a life you only dreamt of. And you should be worried, because you got to think, you got to be prepared. This is all about preparing. Are you where you need to be today? And I don't mean what you can do and can't do. Are you ready? Are you updated? Do you know where you're at? Because this train's about to shoot off the station again, and it's hard to run and catch it. You should be on it already. Talking about targeted traffic, the thing about targeted traffic is the main hub of our company lives in targeted traffic. ONPASSIVE in Dubai and the UAE is targeted traffic. We're swimming in targeted traffic. Okay, you don't have to go look for it. You're in it. Somebody said, well, I don't know why we're not in the train station in New York. I don't want to be in the train station in New York. They don't know what AI is. They're not sure what we're living. We have a name on a train station that gets almost 2 million passengers a day going to or coming from AI or IT or both. We have visitors that are going to that train from around the world that are CEOs, movers and shakers of what? AI and IT. You can't get any more targeted. You just can't. And remember something, this thing is going to grow. They figure by year 2030, trillion, 1.8, I'm going to round high because they don't know about unpassive yet, $2 trillion industry. That's with a T. That's crazy. And what happens is all of them, 85% today, but it's going to be 90, 95, 90, because if you're not one of the people chasing AI, you will be gone. You can't hang in this industry without being AI or trying to get it. Now, the beauty of that is most of those companies are not going to build AI from scratch. They don't need to. They want the tools of AI. And we are the tool factory of AI. We couldn't be in a better position. The tools that they're going to need, we are going to have. At the best market value, nobody's going to match us. At the best quality, nobody's going to match us. And at every function they could possibly need with one click. It's a one-click wonder at a price that nobody can touch. Listen, in the gold rush in California, the gold miners, there was 1 or 2% that did very, very well. But nobody did better than the guy that sold the tools to mine with. No one. We're that person. We're that company. We're going to be the hub for everybody to come collect what they need. What happens from that? A lot of that trillion's coming our way. And it could multiply. This is just a guess where we're going. But we know from 3 years ago, we heard about AI. We knew it was out there. It's been out there for years. Something happened during the pandemic and all that where this exploded. Now everybody's in a race for it. Every company is spending a lot of money for AI. But everybody's got to keep in mind, they're not building unpassive. That doesn't even make sense to them. They want to go to a company that has been AI. Go back to what Vincent said and Oliver and all of you. They want something secure that builds AI. They want to know their data is okay. Listen, this is a sold, done deal. Done deal means signed, sealed, delivered. Ash already knows those answers. He knows the answer. When he's telling you a story, he wrote the damn book. He's the one that signed it at the end. The end. He knows the volumes. We're on the first chapter. You see his face, him jumping around. It's because he's got the book. He knows where we're going. He's done this. He's got data scientists and they're wizards in, if you're going to watch Harry Potter, they are that wizard. They take the data. They do mathematical calculations of what's the probability of this happening. And they come back. I know this is it. I can't tell you because I'm not an IT person, but they're saying however many it's got, hey, we checked out our crystal ball and all the facts. We're going viral. You push that button, it's over. And I want to tell you, we worry about buying traffic or targeted traffic. That doesn't need to be thought of. And you don't have to worry about, is it coming my way? Yeah. You got to worry about being able to get your head above this freaking flood of people. They're coming. I would not be surprised if 3 million of people a day join at one point. Because here's what I want you to look at just logically what part of what's going to happen. Just with OConnect, I can't go farther than that. My head will blow up and it'll ruin your whole lunch, okay? But just think about OConnect for 1 minute. There's millions of people using conferencing platform right now, millions. Since 2020, it's off the chart. Nobody's given that up. They love it, right? We love it. We're on every day. When they find out to an invitation to have a trivia night, or you're going to have a party because you can't travel, and you have a family reunion. Okay, hey, we're going to have a family reunion. Okay, I'll set up a link on Zoom. No, I don't want to go to Zoom. I got something that's more secure, and there's a lot more stuff for fun. We know what we're talking about, right? So you send them the link, they all come in, and you're just playing. You don't have to say a word. Why? Because your family's nosy, just like you are. And they're going to want to come in. Hey, I can make you co-host. What's all these buttons? Oh, this is that, this is this. Well, what I have doesn't have this. Automatically, they're going to think, okay, this has got to be 5 times more than what the other people cost. No, they're going to find out it's 70, 80% less. Wait a minute, can I have it? I don't know, let me think about it. Yeah, I guess so, right? Now, there's 2 things going to happen here. Not one. That's not just a sale. When they come in and they buy it and they find out that this $5,000, if they have a really big room, could be a CEO, we don't know, could get it for a few $100s. Not only did he leave the company because he found something better, he left somebody that he thinks ripped him off. You took advantage of me. And everybody that comes in is going to go back subconsciously and go, wait a minute. Why would they charge me that much? If it can be done, if these people can do it, that means it could have been done the whole time. Those people gouged me. And all of them did, not just one. They all did this slowly bringing up to gouge people, get the money out of their pocket. They're going to notice it. So not only once they come over and they see the intent of the company, which they're going to see, they're not going nowhere. Like everybody said, when Facebook died the other day for a couple hours, they were jumping ship. They could care less about Facebook. They want to socialize. They're going to find where they can do it.
Yeah.
But if you can socialize and not hide, and you can't bully somebody because you got to put your name on what you say. I believe in freedom of speech. But if I have something to say, Marty DeGarmo should be on it. Not some made up name so I could be a coward. Not so my kids, I got to worry about them getting some predator talking to them. Whoever's talking to them, you know who it is. All these things and all this traffic. Let me tell you something. Nothing beats organic traffic. If you make something simple for your Aunt Betty and she can use it, she's the biggest marketer in your family because she's going to run her yap. Now, she doesn't know she's marketing. She just wants all her friends to get in. When Uncle Bob, the crazy, or Uncle Johnny that you don't invite even to picnics, when he sees it, he's going to invite people to go to it. He's not thinking about marketing. That's how this thing is going to explode. It's going to be word of mouth. It's going to be word of mouth. It's going to be big companies. It's going to be companies that are running companies going, hey, I just went no connect. Yeah, I heard something about it. That cost me 10 grand a month. We could get it here for 500. No joke, guys. This is not a joke. They want to get bottom line. 99% of people will just be customers. They're not in here to make a profit. They're in here to save money. Now, once they find out that by sharing it, they can make money, now you're in a totally different atmosphere. Now people are coming and go, wait a minute, I can make money with this? You see what I mean? This is a chain reaction that's going to, like a snowball rolling down the hill. Doesn't stay the same size. It gets bigger the faster it rolls, right? So it's bigger, 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 faster. And that's what's going to happen, I believe, with ONPASSIVE. And Bible's a very fun thing. Now, check this out. I said this the other day. You buy a new car. I said it many times, actually. You buy a new car. You turn into a moron, right? You're not thinking price that much. I want that car. You get inside, you got that smell. Oh, this is so cool, right? You get in it. You drive off the lot. Now, about a week later, it's starting to smell like you, right? That new smell's gone. And now it starts to hit you. Yeah, it's a nice car, but it's $350 a month. I got to pay this for 60 months. Now imagine ONPASSIVE or any product. They get in, they make a payment. They paid for a Volkswagen and they got a Rolls Royce. Already unbelievable. They get in, they get the new car smell. But every time they open the door, when they get in their car, it's got a new feature. And the smell is there. In fact, it smells brand new. It smells just like it did the first time you opened the door. And what's really cool, and even crazy Chris Johnson reminded me of this.
Yes.
Yeah, but Marty, guess what? After you make your first month payment, the rest of them are free.
Yes.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. And that happens with everything we have. Listen, a lot of people get in a company and they're waiting to get taken advantage of. Isn't that sad? They're waiting for it. They know what's going to come. There's something hidden here. And with Unpassive, they're going to know, wow, this is where we want to be. Why do you think that maniac Vincent here turned into whatever he's doing now? It was Unpassive that opened it up. No, he felt comfortable being what's inside of him. We just didn't know it was Mr. Hyde. Okay. But Marcianne, real quiet, kind of a library teacher. She's a freaking go-go dancer now. I mean, no, but think about, no, I'm sure you guys see this. It happened to everybody here. Minna wouldn't talk to a bunch of people. Now she runs webinars. Comfort, real quiet, kind of little mouse. I could barely hear her talking 5 years ago. Oh, by the way, she's one of the best hosts on the planet. Everybody knows that.
Yep.
But today she proves she's one of the best speakers. So I don't know what she's going to do. She's going to have to quit her job and do both now. You did it to yourself, Comfort, because people are going to hear it. And Oliver, he's Oliver. No, I'm joking. I always mess with Oliver. Oliver's a very big inspiration for all of us. And Engineer Mike, you need to be together with these guys, and you need to get everybody together. We gotta work together. This is going to be powerful. Yep. Because we're moving into a new phase of Unpassive. And Unpassive is bigger than any one of us.
Yes.
And Peter, who thinks nobody knows who he is? Peter, you're Disney World. Everybody knows where Disney World is. Okay? But all of you, I've met you all, not in person, but I've seen you. I've seen Bob a couple of years ago when they did that event in his hometown. And I said, whoa, who's this freaking guy? That's what I do. I'm a diamond hunter, not the same kind of diamonds you guys are talking about. But I like to find people that make a difference. Or you might be able to see something in somebody, maybe they don't even see it. You guys know who I'm talking. You got people like that. We should build people up. You should never have so much pride that you can't lift people above yourself. That's the Unpassive motto. We are our brothers and sisters keepers. It's not about us. Anyway, that's all I have for right now.
Oh man, thank you, brother Madi. Thank you so much, bro. From your mouth to God's ears. You know, talking about brother Madi and he's looking for those diamonds in the rough. You know, there is one coming down, Sister Marcianne. You are what Madi calls the diamond in the rough. You know, I'm very proud to know you personally. You are like my sister, you know. But you are one of those people that have been exposed. You've come out of yourself because of Unpassive. Your love for Unpassive is infectious. The whole world knows it, and you don't hide it. You know. So, but I just want to let Mino know that Mino is coming after you. So Mino, get ready, and then brother Peter Rogers is coming after Mino. Marcianne.
Before Marcianne says anything, I want to cut in. I'm sorry. Marcianne, you have stapled something that's very important. There's many people that kind of shake in. They're not sure and they're worried. And they know not to come to you. They know you are a rock in Unpassive. No joke.
Yep.
They're going to look for somebody they might be able to sway or whatever. When they're thinking, Marcianne, oh, yes, she's happy and she knows what, but you are the poster child for Unpassive. That's a great thing. And everyone knows who you are.
She wears it with a badge of honor.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'll try not to cut in again, but
no problem. Yes, she wears Unpassive with a badge of honor, and it shows. It tells itself every day, every time she wakes up. Thank you also for doing our flyer for us. She's the one who did the flyer for us. You know, she cannot wait for OCRate, so she can use OCRate and do what OCRate can give to her. So, my sister, please just express your feelings to us.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, this is so big for me, but it's not as big as Unpassive. Yeah, thank you, everyone. And how can I be just not too much? I am so much happy and so much excited. I'm not an IT person. I'm not an engineering. I'm just that person that was so fortunate from my late sister, which I can cut here, Marie Takusi Njowo, who realized in me that I have the potential to go out there and say who I am. And she pointed me to be one of the people, early bird in ONPASSIVE. And I know she's my angel, and she's living with the angel today. She's the real angel. She's flying out there, and she's looking upon me and all the ONPASSIVians. She was one of us. And I thank her, and I will keep thanking her, because she brought on me. When the day she sent me in through this ONPASSIVE, that's when I realized who I am. I didn't know who I was until ONPASSIVE popped in through my life. And today, I'm able to talk to people. I'm able to go out and dance, because dancing was one of my things, but I was always scared who is going to look at it, who is going to laugh at me, why people are not going to be happy seeing me. Who cares now? Because I know 1 + 4 million people are looking at me being an ONPASSIVian. That's an open door for me. Where else are you going to have this if it's not in ONPASSIVE? Now, that's not just the beauty of it. Being part of this company, you have what they call hope. And there's nothing good by living with hope. You know, a lot of people lose their life because they don't have hope. ONPASSIVE giving is giving us hope. The hope of tomorrow, the hope of achieving, the hope of being great, the hope of leaving a legacy. This is where we are. Almost 4 years ago, I didn't know where I was going, but I know I'm heading somewhere. And today, I can assure everybody the direction is clear and open. This is us using our own OConnect. Wow. What a great platform. Not only we are using OConnect, we have so much feature inside that our OTEC Pro, our engineer, everybody can explain it, but not me, because I don't want to know. I just want to use it and be happy. And that's why I'm telling people like me that are nothing, not IT, not hanging, not just come in, do like as I do. Come and listen to them and follow, and you will get your own place. ONPASSIVE is here for everybody. In 2020, when I first came in ONPASSIVE, I make a t-shirt on myself. ONPASSIVE is for everybody. Those t-shirts, I make it in several colors. And I was working everywhere with my t-shirt. ONPASSIVE is for everybody. And when you ask me, do you work for that company? I said, no, this is a company that works for me. And it's for you too. You can come in. This company will work for you. And I'm glad that the company did not let me down. The company has worked for me, because as you all see, you can see a transformation on me because of this company. It's not about money. It's about knowing what you want for tomorrow. It's true, we're going to need that money to live. But if you have to have money and you don't have good health, are you going to be happy? ONPASSIVE is here to tell you, do not worry, because I have all your worry, and you can go out and live your life. So I am so happy that my OTEC Pro brothers, they're having a round table today. I learned a lot from them. From the one, I can say I'm most of the locust person, because I know a lot of things that they brought out today from the day that they started doing their little webinar from one door to another. So today I'm not an OTEC Pro, it's because I know that they are doing it for me, and I don't have to worry. Like I said, did I have to worry? No. I just have to listen and practice. Get the right information from there and practicing what they are telling me, and you guys will see it's so easy. It's so easy. You don't have to do nothing. This is ONPASSIVE for us. The company that is telling you, come in, have a seat, being comfortable, enjoy the ride. I'm here to drive you.
Yep.
And Mr. Ash Mufareh is driving us with his team. Where the destination, he's the only one know where he's going with us. And I don't care, because I love where he's taking me. I know he will not forsake me. He will take me to the right direction, because he has started it. So guys, Thank you for having me. I am so happy I'm here with you guys today. And like Maddie said, together we can move mountain, we will be united, and we will take Mr. Ash Mufareh love out there and share it pieces by pieces to everybody's heart, because this company is built with love and compassion. Thank you so much.
Wow. I am here to drive you to, I'm here to drive you indeed, you said. I'm here to drive you. That's what the company is telling you. Come on in, get into the ride. I'm here to drive you. That was well said, Marcien. The dynamic Mino. You know, ever since I met you and I saw you, I mean, your spirit is just so reassuring, so refreshing, so calm, so genuine. You know, from the screen, looking at you from the screen, you have this disposition of love. I mean, thank you so much for gracing us, for joining us on this round table. You know, that's all what we are going to be doing moving forward the next several years to come. You know, we will come here twice a month, just sit down, sit around. People will tell their stories. People will, if there's anything technology, we'll talk about it. If there's any development, innovation, any new thing, we can explain. If Mr. Ash comes out and says something, we're going to break it down, or people will just tell what they've done with their gifts. So, Mino, please tell us exactly.
Well, Takusi, the pleasure is mine to be invited. Collins, thank you so much for inviting me. When you invited me to OTEC Pro, I'm like, oh, what am I going to say in OTEC Pro? I'm just going to be listening. But I knew at some point you're going to make me talk anyway. I made notes pages after pages. Mike Ellis said, develop some competency to explain ONPASSIVE in a minute or two when you invite people. Because pretty soon when you get successful, they're going to want to hear about it. How about 2 hours of explanation? My goodness, pages and pages. Red talked about the body language of our CEO, how extremely confident he looked. You cannot fake body language. Red talked about OConnect just as one product, how with being multi-feature and precision, and how easily you can invite anywhere from just one friend to your family, to your community, to a corporate, and to international, to just freely bring them into this system and show them the magnificence of these AI-driven features. Then we went to Vincent. Vincent talked about digital trust having many sectors, data center, manufacturing, 50 plus products, finance system, health sectors, and cybersecurity. I mean, you had me at cybersecurity, right? That's the most important thing in the AI world nowadays. Then we went to engineer Mike. My goodness, very organized mind, very laid out, beautiful laid out list of features that I'm going to use that. Ethical, clean, pure, viable, valuable, reliable, and it goes on. And he breaks it down into why those are titles of ONPASSIVE. Then after that, we go to comfort. My goodness, all I hear is success, happiness. You can fly now. You can make at least a smile on another person's face. And our CEO, how dedicated he is that while we're sleeping or playing around, he is going to participate meetings and after meetings for you and I. And then you hear that no CEO can guarantee 100% winning except for our CEO. Why? Because this is a human-centered and heart-driven company. It's all done free for you. Anywhere from what Marty talked about, marketing, anywhere, anything is done free for you. All you have to do is just come, participate, sit down and look pretty. So then Marcian talked about this is for everybody, no matter somebody like me that is not techie at all. You know, I'm learning as I'm going. And it's equalizing. No, anywhere from a young boy, teenager to middle-aged to elderly to blind, deaf, paraplegic. It is inclusive. So proud to be part of you, proud to be here with you. Love you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mino. Thank you so much. That was a good recap. Well, how can I call on this my big brother? Very, very, very passionate. What we call like a cool deuce, quiet deuce, we might say. Always present. He's an action man. In his heart, his action. When we look at the history of ONPASSIVE, we appreciate the people who caught the vision. You know, because we are here because some people saw Mr. Ash Mufareh lit his candle, and then they took their own candle, they lit it, and then they kept the flame burning for us to come along. And he has been holding that candle since he came in. It really gives me pleasure to ask Mr. Peter Rogers to speak to us, because you are that calm, quiet, reassuring personality that everybody wants to know and be around. Peter, please tell us what's in your mind.
Well, thank you, Bob. I'm taken back by your words, to be honest. And obviously, a lot of people do know me, and that's obviously because of you guys. But can I just, you know, everybody speaks well of me, and I really appreciate it. I'm quite a shy person, and I know there's going to be other founders out there who are probably very similar to me, who are quite shy, but they want to be involved, and you know they are trying to be involved in doing what they're doing. But you know, I want to say this, you know, like Bob was saying, you know, I've been holding the torch for ONPASSIVE now for 5.5 years. You know, I was one of the early founders, got involved. I listened to Ash when we first got started, you know, and I sort of go back a little bit. You know, in those days, we didn't even have a name for ONPASSIVE. We didn't even have a back office. We didn't have founders. You know, we had nothing. All we had was a couple of videos. And, you know, like as we move on through this journey, I didn't really know these people. And as we've gone on through the years, we've met all these fantastic people like yourselves. You know, you guys have opened your arms up to me and welcomed me in. And I can't speak the way you guys speak. You know, your knowledge of ONPASSIVE and what you share with everybody it's just such a great help for individuals that's involved, because you know a lot of people just don't understand it. And I feel privileged to obviously be part of being invited and being part of what you're sharing today. And you know, some of the things that's been said, like Red was saying earlier on about body parts and all that. I mean, what a definition of how to explain it, you know, and about AI and how you integrate AI, and you know, I thought what a great way he's put it. And comfort, you know, saying lives are going to be changed, you know, and postcodes will be changed. I mean, you know, to me that is, you know, obviously people are talking about the income that can be developed for individuals, and this people's lives will be changed with ONPASSIVE, you know, and but you know, people have got to really be involved with it to understand the bigger picture. A lot of people just see ONPASSIVE and just say, oh, it's ONPASSIVE. You've really got to get yourselves involved in it and understand how it's going to work for you. Understand about the products. Okay, there's so many products, like Engineer Mike saying 50 odd products. I think there's going to be more than 50 products. You know, Ash said 50 products in the beginning. This is going to be an ongoing process. There's going to be new products coming in all the time, and you know, we're just at the start of this. This is an epic journey for everybody that's going to be involved, and you know, I can't really say no more. Really, you guys have said the lot, and it's been a fantastic presentation today, and I'm pleased that you've asked me. And you know, big things are going to happen. Definitely. Big things. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you. Always a pleasure. Thank you. Yes, so I think I saw Gladys open her camera. I don't know if she's there or if she's gone. I knew I saw Joyce Hicks as well, but it looks like she's gone. So that's okay. So we've gone around the table.
Uncle Bob, Sister Gladys might not be able to speak now, except that she's gotten home.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, she was home. She opened her camera briefly, and
all right. Okay.
I saw her. So.
And Joyce said her internet, her iPad is giving her trouble, so apologize.
Okay. No problem. Yes, I was going to call her. I see some cameras closed. I don't know if they're just listening or so. I don't want to call somebody who might not be in a position to speak. So I know as we're winding down, you know, this is a round table. Maybe next week one of my other brothers will be at my position. So it's not only about OTEC Pro's round table. So you know, next week you might see Colin sitting on my seat, or Oliver or Vincent. But it was a pleasure being here and hosting the first edition of our roundtable. I just want to go around real quick before we wrap up. I just had something I was thinking earlier, you know, something in my mind to just do one quick round for each and every one of us. Just take maybe one sentence or one phrase or whatever. What is in your mind? What is your perspective for the coming week? So I will start with Brother Vincent. I see Vincent first. So it could be one word, one phrase, one sentence. What is in your mind? What do you anticipate for the next week or the coming months?
Oh, thank you, Brother Bob. Thank you for everyone for this great webinar. What is in my mind is to stay focused. Like Mr. Ash said, we should stay focused. So focus and listen to Mr. Ash vision. Listen to him and be focused. That's what is in my mind.
Thank you.
No good thing are coming, so we should be focused and positive.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I'll go to Damascene.
What is in my mind? Very good thing is coming. Make a post, share it out there and put on it. I know, I believe it's coming because it's coming. Thank you.
All right, Brother Collins. I'm just calling you as I see you on my screen, Brother Collins.
You know what is in my mind now? The only thing I'll tell the founders and affiliate is for them to understand the ONPASSIVE concept. You know, the concept is about doing less, you know, paying less, and ending more with the ability to help what? That's the idea, to help mankind. That's why ONPASSIVE build this. And for this concept to be fulfilled, you must be in it fully. Because don't turn one day, you look at Marcel and say, why is Marcel driving this? Or Engineer Mike is driving Land Rover. Why? I'm also a founder. Why am I not making this? It's because you were not in it fully. Mm-hmm. For you to be successful, you must be in it fully. That is the only time you can fulfill the ONPASSIVE concept of doing less, paying less, and ending more. That's what I want to say.
Thank you. Brother Mari, you are on my screen. Next. Just one phrase, one sentence. What's in your mind?
He's afraid I'm going to talk too much. Prayer. Pray for the company. Pray for Mr. Mufareh and the family. This is a big thing going on. And because our number one CEO is God, as far as I'm concerned. None of this happened by accident. So that's my one thing to say.
Okay. Thank you. I see Sister Comfort just came back. Sister Comfort, what's the one sentence, phrase? What's in your mind for the next week, next coming months?
Don't blink. Stay focused. Be in the OES every minute. Thank you.
Brother Oliver, thank you.
Yeah, one thing that is in my mind is that we should have that faith, the faith that took us through this journey and this process, that where we are today, like the CEO said, this month is the month. That faith has took us through this journey and we are at the end. So please, we are there. Get ready, and be ready for the good life, or you know, that we are going to enjoy and to fill your tank first. Thank you.
Mr. Peter, thank you, brother Oliver. Thank you so much, bro.
Yeah, I would say be involved in the journey. That's all I'm going to say. Be involved in the journey.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Peter. Engineer Mike, one sentence, one phrase. What's in your mind?
Yes, big bro. Like you people have said it, unity is power. So if we unite our forces, we will make a great greater world than what our CEO is planning for us. And I still want to appreciate you people and thank you people for all you've been doing and what you're still doing. So for founders, you should remember, if you don't see it in the back office, it doesn't exist. Okay? If you don't see it, it doesn't exist. I'll repeat what Sister Comfort said, stay focused. Thank you, everybody.
And Lady Mino.
Right. So as Muddy once said, cannot play the game if you're not in the field, right? So stay engaged, rub elbow with digital elbow with everybody, and follow the lives, and keep your hope and joy up, and stay close to the heat. And these gatherings are staying close to the heat. Thank you.
All right. And for me, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure being here. Greetings. This is your brother from Bel Air, OTEC Pros. I also had written here my notepad when I was preparing. I asked this question and I wrote down here what my own phrase would be was, are you ready? Are you prepared? So having said that, guys, thank you all for joining us. I'm going to shut the recording now. And that was the end of our first edition of OTEC Pros and the Roundtables. Thank you.
Excellent.